Turning the gears to the Doqo 5, this is more like the Greenlock keyboard case for the iPad mini 6. It trades in the metallic frame for a hard plastic shell and goes 100% being more budget device with a tearaway design and a price point under $80. Is this a good purchase for a keyboard case, or will its one glaring flaw hold it back? It's VLD, you know the drill. The Doqo 5 is their last keyboard of their main line of keyboard cases, going into more of a budget design compared to the fourth. Is this one a good purchase? They have this for every flavor of the iPad: 10.2 inch, Air, Pro 11 inch, and Pro 12.9 inch. Sadly, nothing for the Mini 6. Having more of a unique design language, a hard plastic shell, can this compete with being entry level? There is one major design flaw with this product. It only affects the iPad Pro 12.9 inch and none of the other product lines. Getting into the unboxing, you just have the instructions and nothing else. This plastic keyboard case weighs 935 grams. Compared to my iPad Pro, that sits in around 700 grams. My Doqo 3 weighs around 1100 grams. This keyboard case is much lighter than the other ones. It will charge with USB Type-C to Type-C. This hard plastic design will get the job done. It feels decent. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel hollow. For the materials it's made out of, it works well here. You have 4 rubber feet on the bottom so it doesn't slide around the desk. Once the keyboard case is fully opened, the keyboard is raised up on an angle just for a better typing experience. Once the cover is taken off, there are 4 prongs on the bottom that hold everything into place, along with the magnets. The cover is pretty secure to the keyboard. On the front of the keyboard, you have your typical indicator lights for Bluetooth, charging, and caps lock. There is an option to turn off the trackpad. At the end of the day, this isn't a bad product. It does everything it needs to do to get the job done. The cover of the keyboard case feels a little too thin for my liking. The keyboard feels pretty tough, but the cover on the other hand feels kind of cheap. Like most of the budget and materials went into the keyboard, it does offer some protection for your iPad, but not enough for my liking. This device would have been perfect if the cover had a kickstand. The glaring issue with this product is once the iPad is in the cover, there is no support to actually hold it into place. It just rests in the case. It's easy to fall out. Even just trying to open up the keyboard kind of falls out. Just looking at product photos of it for the other sizes, for the 9th gen, the Air, you can see it has rails and teeth that hold the iPad into place. This seems to just affect the 12.9 inch. I mean, they could have easily fixed this. This keyboard case has been out for a year. Just trying to open it, the iPad just falls. I'm assuming this has auto awaken sleep, but I actually can't tell. It's not a bad keyboard case, but here it's just a hard sell. Not having any support to hold up the iPad into place. I don't recommend the bigger one to anyone. Besides this major flaw, the iPad can be flipped around for drawing for artists. The support hinge, it's here, but it's not really strong. Just trying to draw on it, it wobbles around way too much. Besides the major glaring flaw, like the support hinge, it's not really sturdy, so if you were to draw on it, it wobbles quite a bit, so you can't really be too accurate. For like an artist perspective here, this is kind of a hard fail. Trying to draw on this is just really hard. With everything said and done, this thing sits for the keyboard case 0.5 out of 5. Will the trackpad be better? Like when you click on the middle, it feels quite hollow and cheap. You can tell corners were cut in order to make the price point more affordable. To actually register a click, you have to tap near the corners. If you were to type more in the middle, it doesn't really register a click. It's really hit or miss. All the gestures will work, clicking and dragging, selecting text. You do have native pinch to zoom here with 2 fingers. 3 fingers for Stage Manager and multitasking. Like the trackpad, it's a mixed bag. All the gestures here kind of work. They're better than the first 2 from the Doqo 1 and 2, but just trying to click on everything didn't get that down quite right. The trackpad gets 1 out of 5. Everything works. It leaves a lot to be desired. Will the keyboard here be any better? You have a full-size QWERTY keyboard. The keyboard looks like it's reused from the Doqo 1. This is the first keyboard with 7 colors of backlight, 3 levels of brightness. It's not a bad keyboard. I can easily crank out around 50 to 60 words per minute, so typing on this does work, but the issue is while just typing, there's really no clicking or feedback. Like when you try to register a click, it leaves a lot to be desired. I can easily get 50 plus words per minute, just not really having much feedback while clicking. This keyboard gets 2 out of 5. It works, but like the rest of this product, it's not great. At the end of the day, the Doqo 5 leaves a lot to be desired for what it offers and what it doesn't. It's a really tough sell. I do like the design of the keyboard. Companies like Zag and Logitech got this down. Here, on the other hand, I would just avoid this one. The trackpad isn't good. The keyboard feels even less. Not having any support for grips or rails to hold your big, expensive iPad in place, it makes this a hard pass. The price point of $80 makes this feel like a waste of money. There are much better entry-level options out there. Even Apple's used smart keyboards can be picked up on eBay for about $50. Let's say the Doqo 5 was $40 or maybe even $50. I can recommend that at that price point. Anything more expensive I would just avoid, which is unfortunate because 3 and 4 were actually good. 1, 2, and 5 should just be avoided. The brand of Doqo is kind of a mixed bag. Like always, it's VLD, tap that bell, a like, or a sub. Everything always helps my channel grow and brings quality content to YouTube. Catch you later. Stay classy.